The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I don't know if it's because the game originally released on November 11th, 2011, or because I got it in December that same year with my sweet Christmas cashola, or because the game is set in a cold, snowy, and taiga-like environment. But I find Skyrim is always comfiest to play during the winter holiday season. Believe it or not, I've never played Skyrim with mods. I actually just don't care about modding in general, it simply doesn't interest me. I prefer to play games as they are with their official updates, and then attempt to 100% titles that way. Once I've experienced a game to the absolute fullest in its vanilla state, would I be willing to play around with mods? And this isn't the end-all be-all, I'm much more open to apply mods that fix a broken game. Now that's not to say I haven't messed around with Skyrim to any capacity. I've messed with the ini file in an attempt to fix aspect ratio nonsense, I've used console commands exactly one time to fix a broken quest, and I took full advantage of the official mods that came with the Anniversary Edition upgrade. I just love Vanilla Skyrim, but we're gonna go ahead and put that love to the test. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR is one of the most notorious VR games to ever exist. It is universally slammed for being one of the laziest VR ports, yet simultaneously praised for being one of the greatest VR experiences you can have, being in the same upper echelon as Half-Life Alyx. How in the world can a game be an absolute plague to humanity and its savior at the same time? Mods. Modding. Of course it's modding. When it comes to Bethesda games, the solution is always modding. But I've always wondered to myself, is Vanilla Skyrim VR really that bad?
Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Holy crap! Oh, fuck! Oh my god. That That genuinely scared me. I must have played Skyrim 1,000 times, but that genuinely scared me.
Over 13 years old, multiple playthroughs across multiple generations and multiple platforms, and somehow Vanilla Skyrim can still elicit that sort of reaction from me. Throw it all in VR and suddenly you have something truly indescribable. And when you pick up your first weapon, that experience turns into the largest dumpster fire known to man.
Whoa. Whoa. That is not where my hand is. My hand is like right here, and the weapon is way out here. That's weird.
I understand it's super hard to tell where I was pointing, that's just the weird nature of capturing VR footage, especially for older titles that don't have a proper spectator mode. But the sword was floating about a foot away from where my right hand actually was. This makes melee combat really awkward. It was difficult to tell, but I'm pretty sure that even though my weapon was visually a foot away from me, in actuality it was still in the correct place in my hand, except invisible. Aside from the fact that my weapon was on its own adventure, you can imagine how difficult and immersion breaking it is trying to swing and block with a weapon you can't even see. This was hands down the most disheartening thing I experienced. All my playthroughs of Skyrim, I always focused on sword and board and supplemented it with magic and other skills to round out my character. To think that I can't even swing a sword in Skyrim VR nearly killed all enthusiasm I had for the game. That's how I was feeling until...
Oh, I have flames and spark. Ooh. Whoa. That's what I'm talking about. Whoa! Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool! Whoa! That's awesome! Oh my god. And it's not like whacked out like melee is. I think magic's the way to go. Cha! Oh, that's so cool. Oh, this is gorgeous.
When I think of Skyrim VR, for whatever reason, magic never comes to mind. Like I said earlier, my focus during playthroughs is always sword and board, so I just figured I would do the exact same in VR. Plus, getting the opportunity to swing a sword, an axe, mace, anything of the sort is just exciting. Who wouldn't want to do that? I don't think there are enough quality sword swinging VR games out there. But man, shooting out a torrent of flames and arcs of electricity left me in genuine shock and awe. And the best part was that it actually works as intended, and it's cooler than I ever could have imagined. Unfortunately, any physical object you hold in your hand is borked beyond belief. I tried finding answers, and there were basically none that didn't involve using a mod. For some people, it messes up over time and a game restart fixes it momentarily, and for others like me, it's just broken.
So basically anything that's not magic just straight up doesn't work. That is extremely disappointing, but on the plus side, goddamn, magic is cool.
I don't know about you guys, but this cave is getting kind of stuffy. Let's take our first step into Skyrim.
Wow, that's Bleak Falls Barrow. Look at that. Well, I don't have a choice but to go for magic. Those under the sign of the mage will learn all magic skills 20% faster. Whoa. Whoa! I never noticed that! I never noticed that in the base game. That's awesome! Whoa! Whoa, hot mama! Holy crap! That is beautiful. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa. This is cool. Ew. That's gonna be a no from me, dog. Oh, this is so disgusting. Seriously, how do I... Oh, whoa. Whoa. That's cool. Wow, this is it. Yeah! Give me! Yes! Force, unrelenting force. Haha! Draugr Overlord. Let's do this. Yeah! So, whoa! That is terrible. That is just in another fucking realm. Holy. It does look cool though. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Whoa! That's pretty freaking cool. Wow. Whoa. What up? Yeah. Ah, Riverwood. Home. On to Whiterun.
From Helgen Keep to Riverwood to Bleak Falls Barrow and finally to Whiterun. I've heard nothing but bad things about Vanilla Skyrim VR, but I was having a blast, and I really wasn't expecting to. I think it's fair to say that VR gaming didn't truly kick off until the Oculus Rift released back in 2016. Skyrim VR released near the end of 2017, and the alleged holy grail of VR, or so I've heard, Half-Life Alyx, didn't release until 2020. With that context, I think it's fair that Skyrim VR doesn't have all the impressive immersion, dynamic interaction, and tight gameplay that modern VR titles have. This is a conversion of a pre-existing title though, one that many deem as the greatest game of all time. Walking through Whiterun, seeing familiar faces, basking in the sunlight that fills the Great Hall of Dragon's Reach, and speaking to the Jarl for the first time, getting to listen to his goofy-ass voice.
What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
Hello, Jarl Balgruuf. There was a dragon. He destroyed Helgen.
And taking in everything that you just don't notice in regular flat-screen games. It really hits differently with the kind of legacy Skyrim has, and more so if you've been with the game since its original release. And I can only imagine what it feels like to those who've been with the Elder Scrolls for much longer than that. When I decided to make this video, there was one very specific thing I wanted to experience and accomplish. Let's go kill ourselves a dragon.
There he is. There he is. Up your butt. Up your butt. Whoa, holy. Up your butt. It's so difficult to see your freaking health. No, 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 no! Yes! 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 Cha-cha! Cha-cha! Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boost!
So, is Vanilla Skyrim VR really that bad? Well, yes, of course, considering 2/3 of combat styles are completely broken. But if I'm being completely honest with you, I could totally play it no problem. Magic really was that cool. And even if swordplay and archery worked properly, I know I would have gone purely magic as soon as I discovered it. I mean, being able to dual cast in 2 completely separate directions as opposed to the middle of the screen is a huge game changer. Vanilla Skyrim is still gorgeous and an absolute marvel to look at. I really don't need mods to change that. Menuing is perfectly fine and translates well to VR. Really, truly, the only actual problem is the broken combat. Yeah, of course it can be a bit immersion breaking when objects don't interact properly or you can't grab something with your own hands. But that's only a tiny annoyance when you consider how early this game came out to this new era of VR. Skyrim VR's developer support is completely dead in the water. Unless they plan to release a completely new version for PS5 or whatever possible console VR headsets there are in the distant future, this is it. And honestly, it's not the biggest issue in the world, because Bethesda pretty much always passes the baton to modders. And as we all know, modders have taken Skyrim to a whole new level.
7,000 steps. That is step 1. It's a step for another video.
If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing or becoming a member of the channel, and follow me on Twitch for more of my shenanigans. Most importantly, hit up the Discord where you can keep up with all my projects, uploads, and live streams. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching.
What the fuck? Oh my god, he's tripping out!